I want to talk to you about the manifestation of fruit, or what's truly in your heart. Okay? Scriptures teach a good tree cannot bear bad fruit. Okay? Literally, when it's talking about a tree, it's talking about your spirit. It's talking about the thing that makes you you. You know, part of you is spirit, part of you is flesh. The spirit animates the flesh, tells it what to do, tells it what you want. Okay? Um, they're not separate. They're together. They're whole. They make up a living soul. Utterly. How do you know when your fruit starts looking a little shabby? When your tree's getting poisoned? Because if a good tree cannot bear bad fruit, why do people fall away? Why do they all of a sudden start doing things in opposition to Jehovah God? They start working against the kingdom and don't see it. They start telling people things that go against what Peter said, what Paul said. You know, when they're talking about never repay evil for evil. Never. No matter what you're dealing with. Don't do it. Bad precedent. It's going to lead to bad consequences because you reap what you sow. Rather, repay good for evil, that you may receive a blessing. When you're casting out demons, ask the Lord Jesus Christ, what do you want me to do with this individual once he comes out? He will tell you. Sometimes it may surprise you. Be on your way. Do not trouble this individual anymore. Go. Please. Also, when your fruit is looking a little shabby, that means something is poisoning your tree. Look for stuff that does not line up with the testimony of God. Do you have any thoughts or inclinations or things that do not line up with the testimony of God? If you do, that's the poison. That's what's killing your fruit. How do we know that our fruit's starting to be poisoned? Well, we will start saying things that are out of character. Like maybe the F-bomb. That's a good indication. If we got the victory over that and then yet we're saying it again, something's wrong. If we're having problems controlling our temper again, something's wrong. Our fruit's being poisoned, folks. Be aware. Be awake. Be sober-minded. When you're in the front line, you have to do daily calisthenics, daily training, daily fitness, or you will die. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but pretty soon, because you're going to have issues. And your fruit's going to get poisoned. And you need to be able to deal with that. Now, We know what to do. We know why we should do it. Please, cultivate a spirit that loves correction. Because if it's right, you'll be holier for accepting it. If it's wrong, you'll be blessed in how you deal with it, because how you forgive and how you treat others is how He's going to treat you. Period. If you try to see the good in the person's heart, and you try to bless them, and you try to love them a little bit harder because they thought enough of you, and Jesus says, well, they meant well, their heart's in the right place, that's a good thing. You will grow in wisdom. You will grow in favor. But only if you accept it with meekness, mildness, and joy. What other things mess up our fruit, kill our tree, replace our tree? Well, the praise of man. Better are the blows from a friend than the flattery from an enemy. We're so used to people talking good about us, we forget about the ones who say, hey, you know, this is the truth. You need to check into this. Those we despise. People say, if you ever have a word from God, I want to hear it, I want to hear it. Then when you give it to them, well, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to obey it. Well, they don't want that. They just wanted it if they could agree with it. They want to feel good about what they already believe is true. Are His thoughts our thoughts? No. We're different because He's making us different. If we're the same as the world, we're not different. But it's a process. Baby steps, people. Do it right. Okay, guys. May you grow in grace.